Hello and welcome. Right, we have the support. Here's me. I'm gonna work. Yeah, I need to do the stone picking first, don't I? I'm gonna say my words because this is a huge field and it's gonna take us a while. So I'm gonna go straight into a time lapse and then we're gonna like seed. Yeah, we haven't got the course laid, so yeah, I'm gonna see you guys and gals on the other side, and it's Farmer Girl that's leading the charge, aka, I think I put Star Wars names on. I'm sure I have. It is Padme. It is. Right, okay then. So, yeah, we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. Well, that's a couple of odd things on the map so far. That's the nitrogen that's not working on that field. So I'm not saying we've just seen, literally just seen that it's working on this, but it's not picking up the grass. Usually, or does it show? It might actually show when it's grown. It might just be literally because it's not even gone in first growth stage. It might be me. Yeah, I'm sure I have looked at it, but I might be totally wrong. Yeah. So before I get it's all. Yeah, we will. I'm sure you can normally do this. It's to see that you've sown the field right and you've not missed any. I'm sure I am right, but I'm not so sure that I'm gonna. Yeah, I did that. I think I did all of the corners as we were going. To be honest, a few times I took over from the workers, but I would like to see, and that's why I've sometimes got to just check these things. I hate a grass field more than any other crop in the game. I hate grass to have patches, and it invariably does because it's so easy to miss a little patch. It is. So let's just make sure we won't bother away until we're happy. It's not. Oh, we did this, I know, but check. Yeah, I also often can't. I nearly always use the holes ones, and I use the picking pack before the holes setter for seeds. And if I use a bag of fertilizer, I'll always use the holes one too. It's not so good for like if you put it behind this, you can't. But if you raise it, as we saw, it does actually do. But the normal seeds that you throw out, or those that you reject, once they turn into sort of like nondescript bags, at that point you can actually load them behind this because I noticed it. Was it Elm Creek? So yeah, I leased this for the vegetable side of things, and I noticed on that if I went up to a normal bag of seeds and backed up to it, I could actually load. But if I go to the seeds, the proper whole seeds bags themselves, I can't. So I think. See, it was worth coming down here. Now we checked the other side, definitely, but I think that this time is it. Oh, money's gone again on the hour. I completely filled 500 tons in the water distributor. I'd sort of tried to do a couple before I actually started the cameras, and then I realised I'd filled it because I could no longer fill it. So really, perfect timing. Yeah, I've yet to discover what it is about that, how to do the slurry back, and I can't use it as a water thing either. So this, on the other hand, this 8-ton back, that's quite considerable. It only used a ton of fertilizer. Yeah, I was going to go and get the proper AC2 as well. It's not the AC8. The AC2, I was going to go get it, and I thought, oh, you've got a 36-meter course. You've pretty much run out of lime. Why don't you just use the the one you've got on already? And I thought, yes, all right then, it's easier, so we'll do it this time. But yes, I think. Oh, it's going to roll. You don't roll grass when you seed it. I've got the mod on. It would say if it in base game, but obviously I've got that mod on that basically says it's not. No, it's still reading. Growth stage 1 of 3. Hmm. Yeah, expected yield 89%, so we're losing 11% from a standard type. Now we should be able to do a bit more overloading it now. Will it let us do a jump over the fence? Sort of one of those tall ones, isn't it? Oh, no, we can sort of. Yeah, because I think we're about done for the day. We should see, or apart from we can't see growth with the grass. Yeah, it's not even showing growth in that way, is it? It should do. So I'm a little worried, really, but it does say it's growing. I've seen that before on other maps and it doesn't mean a thing. So yeah, let's just check the sales because sometimes later on in the day, for once, the silver chicken star. Oh, so it still does the others as well. It's just called, it basically just tells you it's a chicken star because I am a bit tempted to grab that. and then grab the other one as well because it's my favourite mower. And if you've got the front, it sort of gives us an excuse to buy the back. But I don't know. I think we can sort of. It is a big field. It really is for the forage wagon. It really is. I suppose we could look for another forage wagon. And it is indeed 8 o'clock. We'll see in the morning if that grass is going to grow. That's got me a little worried. Because it is a fairly new map, to be honest, Chadlington. It was days ago that it was released. And I thought, I'll have a look. Oh, that looks like I can see brown. Well, I thought open overnight. I can see brown. No, the wave. Fantastic. Thank goodness for that. Brilliant. Oh, I can breathe again. Right. Excellent. So it should really. So why is it still not showing growth? Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do with the grass, whether you switch it off. It says loading map. When you switch it on, it says loading map. It doesn't actually show anything. It should still show growth on this particular screen. Very strange, unless it, I don't know. Really don't know, but it is sort of growing, so I'm hoping. Oh, did I just see a scar? It's best ways to fly. Oh, I did see a scar as well. Ah, okay. All my life, I see more than one. Oh, Gordon Bennett. And that's what I'm saying. We went across that field. I even missed a corner. That's terrible. I mean, I don't expect to see the scars. You can't, and you'd have to be a. But the corner bits, I could have sworn I went over that bit. But there's bits on the edge and bits there, and oh my life. And then the bit we just saw over here. So it's quite a lot. So I think what we'll do is we'll let it grow to third growth stage, and oh my life, how did that get missed? And then we'll go over it once we've cut it and it's bold, because you don't affect it then. You basically take a growth stage, this one growth stage off the field if we do. Well, that was done particularly well. I'm quite pleased with that. Okay, so it is what it is. So we should see some growth on our other field too. And I think I didn't see what the tickle was. Oh, quite a lot. Yeah, this particular month is particularly good. Particularly good. So yes, and we can see our beautiful field, which should. Yeah, nitrogen bad. Don't really know what we can do about that because we know it's good. If we look on that, we're going to argue with it because the nitrogen looks particularly good. It looks like 200 kilograms per hectare good. So it's so good, it's so bad, it's good. And the grass is almost perfect apart from that little V that's missing where it sort of goes around a point. So yes, quite pleased. It's been a good session, I should say. I think though, what we're going to do is we're going to buy our animals. We should have. That is a point. Now we do need to buy some oats, but we've got some growing. I am going to, as usually, I won't say always, but nearly always do. I'm going to stick an 8.2 Studios, but for this also, but the reason I wouldn't mind having a go with the slurry thing. Again, I'm not sure if a bit like the fertilizer spreader, it's just an additional bag, and you're supposed to stick, like just additional storage, and this links up to another bag. I wouldn't have thought so, but I mean, the pump I might have gone off at a tangent really with it, or you might have to lift it. What's that hose? Oh, 12-meter hoe. Hmm. And a 8.5-meter header. We've got a monster. We're all right for headers. Wondering about the retriever, just as is. Whether we don't do it, just do it as a standard header trailer. What would we need to do for it? So I think it'd have to be a pull along, wouldn't it? Sure, you can change it to. Sure, you can. You know, it's sort of. There's a few different types. Ah, there we go. That's the one. Short cross track. Yeah, it would only be for a header trailer. And it's still. It's no. Do you know I'm not going to? No, I must take it out. It's no. It's strange. Is what I'm going to say. It is. It's sort of. You've got every single thing that I foresaw about the design of it came true on combined counties. Yeah, I said about its turning, about certain spaces, you're not having the space to turn, and sure enough, it was an absolute nightmare in a tight space. I just sort of really think, and I thought, I don't need the additional hassle with a tool that's supposed to be snazzy that ends up causing me more work. So I think we'll remove it. It's one of those great ideas that's not quite so great in practice as it appears to be. So yeah, right. So no, let's do the animals and let's crack on and see what actually we did in the because we did the silage digestate. Ooh, okay, so we've got 91 tons of hay. Yeah, it did an equal split, which is what I was hoping it would do. So we could mix TMO. Oh, we're not doing it. We're not doing cows. We could do a BGA. We could actually. There's a mod I've only featured once on the African map that so we could do there as well. So we've got an equal split on that one. What about the other one? Should be the same, but I mean the different amount because I know one was shorter than the other. So 69 tons of hay, 61 tons of silage, and 30 tons of digestate. We will obviously do something with that in time, but we've not got all of our things. The water. Right, so let's do another run quickly. And we will do something with the digestate. We know money's not an option, not a worry on this, but that doesn't mean to say we can't make fertilizer for ourselves or sell it. Because to be honest, we're already doing well, as we can see. It's for once, it's not a major concern, but it doesn't mean to say that you can't do businesses to make yourself do really well. Really, there's no. If you're doing well already, do you like think, oh yeah, I'm doing okay, so I won't do anything else. I'll just sit and play games all day, and I'll just let the energy business. Well, no, we're farmers, so the world is depending on us growing crops, or everyone's going to starve, and yes, yeah, basically. So you've got to do your bit. We're a farmer, so that's what we've got to do in it, really. So then, in that case, we've definitely got enough hay. Now then, that's the point. What? Remind myself, I don't think we've got a trailer, have we? Yes, 70, yeah, but that's special, really. That's for the. I know we could use it. Hmm, that's only a 60-meter spread. Yeah, it is. I keep seeing it. It's by Sid Modern as well. Though it's one of my favourite modders, but it's still. If I'm going to use them, I like the 24-meter ones. Probably is only a 60-meter spread in real life as well. So yeah, you only need little ones. And if we're going to do this, I noticed this in editing. There's a little tiny bit in that corner there that's not quite level. Yeah, where it was. I am right though. It's really weird. We did this in exactly the same place as the preceding thing, but this time it did it better. Yeah, it didn't. There was hardly any leveling on the back, whereas last time there was leveling at the back. So I really don't get it. Why one time in the same place it does a completely different thing. Yeah, it doesn't match quite, but you can't. It does that horrible red thing. So we did that fairly good. So I think H2 Studios will stick in the middle, right here, because the door for us to go in is there. We could always put a gate in if we wanted, but here's sort of dead centre between the two animals. So no, it's not production. It is a container. So what do we buy? We don't need a monstrous one, really. We could borrow the sensor. It has been used for grass, though, really. It does seem a little silly to like think, oh, I need to get one now, when really you've actually got one. Yeah. There's not much difference between this and the H2 Studios one. Sorry, this is the H2 Studios one. Yeah, this and the... it could sort of do something, a trick that I like doing, if it'll let me. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't like you on top of... Yeah, it's weird. The game is really weird. It lets you do things from certain directions because it's sort of, yeah, like that. It let me do it like that, but if I'm coming from looking at the fence, it doesn't like me doing that. Yeah, what I'm thinking is, obviously, it can just sit on the other side of the fence and the nozzle can stick there. Let me put it down, why not? That's literally on the ground. Now, this is one thing the Omatana is better for. It's got a longer nozzle for this type of scenario, but I suppose I could do it like that. Because it is, this is not cheaper, it's faster. Yeah, it is. It's faster to... We've got a little tiny bit of... Yeah, we have. That's what you get when you use V modes. You sort of... It's exactly where it is. So we could... No, pace lower. Yeah, this has definitely been improved as well. It's... well, I think it has, personally. And a little bit... Just under that one. Is that the smallest? It is. And one more under that one. Which... That... No, that was okay. No, that was fine. It's done a bit of weirdness there. It has, and we're going to need to go there, aren't we? So, you know, you fix one thing and then something else breaks. Is that not just typical? Right, so level, and we just need to really... Yeah, that's like not taking any notice at all. It's choosing lots of different levels. Right, okay, well hopefully that'll do. So let's grab a tractor and we're going to borrow the sensor tuner, and we could actually use the thing itself, the very thing that's attached. It is still capable of movement. So we could just stick 70 tons of hay and then buy a little bit of oats. We could buy the oats from the shop because, right, hay. Let's get that first. Yeah, I thought I'd do the hay before we get the animals. Rather than afterwards. Oh, I didn't know. It's really strange. Obviously, on the first one, you may have noticed we actually had a animal transport. On this one, we haven't. Yeah, I know we could buy that actually, couldn't we? Doesn't show horses, does it? Yeah, horses are special. So do you know we're going to ask a specialist to drop us the horses off? We're going to have 2 of each, I think. There are 8 different varieties. Fantastic. It's weird. These are ever so funny steering without a header on. We've got other end. Ooh, that looks a bit funky. I do like the fact we've got trees in it though. Oh, we need water as well. I don't know which one's which. But it will tell us. I think the bigger one, that one there, is going to be food. I've used this quite a few times. You'd think I know, but you don't always pay attention. Well, it would help if we actually... Oh, okay. Well, you can normally do it when the animals aren't in. That's strange. Well, it is what it is. At least we can call that animals this time. So. Sheep. Sloanshire, Flandracer, Bentham. Well, the only ones that are British are the Black Welsh. So the Black Welsh it is. 300. I was going to go for 150. So do we do that? It's not going to cripple us. No, I always like to see a bit of growth, really. So I think we'll do 150. So one, they don't take long to breed. I know normally the main thing would be um, cost. Yeah, on most farms, you'd be like trying to save a bit of cash. Well, not that sheep are terribly expensive, but what I mean is you'd be like thinking, oh, and also we all know that they do breed sort of very well, even in the game. So yeah, and quite quickly. They're not a monstrous, gestation period 5 months. So really, they are fairly quick. Puberty 8 months. Right, smashing. So buy, yes. Fantastic. Now then, does that mean now we can actually feed them? Some you can actually field before. Yeah, I'm gonna say I've never known. Never known, and I've never struggled with this either. Although we did use V mode. We did, but we leveled it. It's as level as level can be. Okay. Right. Well, let's grab the water. Leave those zone mods on for a minute. This is worrying me now. You can see the bottom of the thing. There shouldn't really be an issue with it now. It's a bit strange. I've never had any problems with the 2 Studios 72 either, ever. So I think it's going to have to be V mode, and we can look around a bit. We can get the level tool right. It really is all about. It's sort of quite exact triggers. It really is. That's why they do warn you about V mode. But you can, with a bit of practice, you can sort it. I've sorted it out no end of times. I did used to worry about it. Not anymore. I'm not saying that you can't be beaten, but I've sort of sorted it many times. Is my point. But it does appear that. Why am I not moving? Okay, right. It does appear that it's not particularly liking this, and yet we can actually see that we can see really quite precisely. So level. We're going to do this as a big level. We need to pick a point where we're happy. Okay. Yeah, the 82 Studios, it is at the back on this. Well, I've never had any issues with it before. Never. But it's true, we did use VMode. It might be particularly. May need to lower it. Once we've got it right, it'll be fine. So they do have hay. It's true, but they normally have grass. Yeah, but this is 2 things out of 2 that have failed to find the triggers. So I don't think that's a coincidence. No. Oh, do you know, you come on the Let's Play and you just want to have a bit of fun, and this is what happens. So, that looks to me very perfectly fine. Let's save the game and let's just have a bit of a bash at it. I mean, it still can be the map. I'm not blaming the map, but I'm just saying these things, especially new maps, can be a problem. So, let's have a... Do we go lower it? Just to see if it is something like that. Are we too high? then if we level it from that, it's worth doing this, is all I'm saying, because we've sort of thought, oh, well, that's a level, so let's just use that as a level. And if it works, I'm doing it now. Right, okay, let's try that. Because it is supposed to be, yeah, because you could see in it. Now that, to me, looks a bit more like it's supposed to be. So I think we had inadvertently raised it way, way too high. So that would have to do the same on the... And it's only at times like this that you realise that is all it is about, is level. So figured it out. So we did. You've got perseverance is what it's about. So now we need to do exactly the same with this. So it's much, much lower than you think. So what we would be better to do now that we've figured this out is to grab the level tool right where that is. Yeah, you can see because we need to level it all like that. Like that. Right, just for 2. Let's go and try and fill this. There are 90 tons, so there's another 20 tons in there. Of course, the top-ups aren't going to be so bad, although there are a lot of animals in there. But I don't mind us buying it in if we've got to. Really don't. Do you know, just trying to do one thing. Trying to switch off zone mark at the same time as driving. All my life. What was that? There's nothing there for me to hit, unless there's a bump on the ground. Okay. So, yeah, no, it's sort of... No, let's do it now. Let's go do that. So the rest of it's not really going to matter, but this is, obviously. So if we do a level... I'm glad they've done this now, though, that it doesn't... Yeah, so if we do that straight across, should just do this entire area based upon that too. Then the lorries approach should be good. Right, fantastic. That should be alright. So that's all of the hay taken from there. But we can do this every time. We can do a 50-50 split. Yeah, I think we'll soon get quite a bit of a stockpile. So we're going to try to think of. So we want to stick some. Yeah, so it may well be that this did accept. So I'm not sure whether this. I think we're all right with this. We were mucking around with the level so we could see underneath it. So, well, I might be wrong. We'll see soon. We know where it is. It's literally right where that post is. Yeah, now this one's okay. Fantastic. So then, let's grab the water now, and we should have done our job right. Ooh, just a bit of a hillock going down though. But that's not really what matters. Now, I don't think the horses, I think the horses have already got like pre-water things at the back, haven't they? Yeah, they have, so we don't need to undo. Oh, we filled it with 20. I didn't realise 20 tons was going to be it. So they do like hay though, horses and hay do mix, so it's not the end of the world. I'm going to do a little storage bin over here. Special. Because we've obviously put this down first, so if you put your storage down now, it shouldn't really make a bit of any difference. But we all know that it's really got to be a silo, really, for this type of thing. We'd stick it in between the two, like a little nicky or a little... I think, oh my life, that is really bad. It's really, yeah, we need to do something with that. That's awful. Even if it's a smoothing job, because it's sort of like goes up in like a hillock there. Yeah, so let's do a bit of smoothing. Of course, we don't want to muck around the level and the bit we've just done, but you can see this bit here is really quite awful. Just get it like to do too much because we've just done that. I think that's reasonable. So storage, where would we stick said storage? That's by the gates. We could stick it. Yeah, it's gonna. I don't want to obscure the best place to be in that corner, really, because it's not blocking anything. It wants to be a very small multi-fruit silo. Like the best and smallest that I always know about is. Although let's have a look, because Bernie makes some. I was going to say Bernie in the first place, but what I mean is he does more than the one I'm thinking of. So I don't think he does one that. That's the point. I suppose we could stick it on the other thing and to have the grate here. Although the one I'm thinking of doesn't have a grate, so. But yeah, I'm trying to think. That's bigger than you think. Yeah, it is. Not ever had that one. Yeah, the grate would sort of be there, but I think the normal one I have from Bernie is smaller than that. I think so, but it could just be that that's a concrete version of the wood one, and it's the same model. Sure, these are big as well. Well, not as big as you think, though. But yeah, they are. They are too big. Definitely. Yeah, that's the triple version of the one I'm talking about. Right, it's pizza production. Modding. That's not bad, is it? Grains, whereas now that's fairly obvious. That's not multi-fruit. So not what we need for this particular job. Yeah, this is the one I'm thinking. This is the one in the game, I think is the smallest footprint of any other. We could sort of do it like that. I know we could sort of build it into the shed, and it does sort of match, and it's in a better sort of state of repair than the. We're going to put a little grate in. I used to do this a lot, and then all of a sudden I stopped. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why. I was looking for areas. I suppose it's not big enough. That's what I used to find before. There's I've forgotten the modder's name now. Typical. Huh. That's not a bad one, is it really? JD modding. I've never seen that a lot. I know it's a livestock car, but it also looks like a grate. The one I'm thinking of is also cheaper though, by Falva. That's it. This is the smallest. I know it's the only thing that always is a little bit is its thing at the back. Yeah, I wish you could switch that off. We sort of stick that. I'm trying to think, where is the? Oh, it's there. I was going to say, where's its little nozzle? So really, it's there that we need to put it, isn't it? When you think about it, if we do that like that, it's not going to look too odd. But we do need to do a little bit of landscaping to make it look. We're going to do that. We need to make it and soften there. No, it's not going to have that. It's going to be lower again. So just a little tiny flick of lowering. That's what I say they've improved it, but then. See, it does go up and down. Even if you don't let go of the button, and it still does do that up and down bit. Right, that's as good as we can get it. So we have got the sheep in, and they should be happy. We will be working with our sheep very closely. It's a big herd, so we will be making clothes, and I will be using death pledges. Fantastic plan, isn't it? Where I will, and our horses, I think we're going to do next session, otherwise this is going to be one of the largest sessions in history. So we're half on our animals, and they're all in, they're all happy. Well, the health won't be good. We know that. So yes. So all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say, ooh, one thing that's just come to mind. Now that that's grown, does it show green on the map? Oh, it does. So it's something about the. Now, it's weird though, because I'm sure normally, yeah, you can see the scars and where all the badnesses are. So it's weird. Can you go to? I just wanted to show this on. Yeah, you can. It also changes to green from brown once it's got the green, but you can also see the scars. So, but it's weird because you don't really need to. At that point, you can see anyway. So it's sort of pointless. The grass one's the one that's a bit of a misnomer because it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. So all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.